Ronnie, 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 Ronnie. Haley, 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 you too. Please. I told you guys before. I told you months and months ago, stop it. Come back in 28, okay? Come back in 28. This is Donald's world right now. He's our man, okay? Get behind him. Every Republican in the USA, get behind the main man, Steve-O's main man, Donald J. Trump. You got it? Okay. How come I get it? Backwoods Beekeeper gets it and you guys don't? Wow. Back to school for you people. Wow, guys. Old Steve-O just keeps tweaking nipples, I'll tell you. Went to see the doctor yesterday. Just a routine checkup. He wants to come in about every couple, 3 months, every about 2 months. That's just ridiculous. These big pharma doctors, they just keep playing these silly games. I don't know. I keep telling them, listen, stop fooling around and start treating people correctly and stop lying to me and this and that. So I go in, my old doctor, they have these training doctors, you know, they're soon to be doctors, but they got to go through this, you know, residency thing with a regular doctor. My old doctor, he's old. He's probably 2 or 3 years older than me. And, you know, that's getting to be old as dirt, you know. But anyway, so he comes in and he calls me, the old timer, he calls me Stevie, like he's talking to a 5-year-old or something. And anyway, I think he gets a little kick out of me, and I get a kick out of him too, because he's always trying to push these drugs, you know, and I just keep telling him, no, fellas, no, this isn't how the human body's supposed to work. Well, anyway, this young fella, likable guy, looked like he was a kind of an Indian. He had Indian, looked like an Indian blood in him, you know. I mean, from India. And just that look, you know. And he came in and he sat down. Well, how are you today? He says. I said, well, the old boy's doing pretty good. They had me fill out a sheet. How are you feeling today? Are you depressed? Because you have to do this annually. And you put a check, over here's 0 and over here's 10. You guys have probably seen that. And so I just went down there quickly, check on the 0, okay? Can you clothe yourself? Are you feeling depressed? Do you feel like killing yourself? This and that, all these little questions. So I went down 0, checked 0 on everybody. And he looked over at that little paper I did, and then he, how you feeling? This and that, feeling good. Where do you know, I don't see, you know, where you aching? Any pains? I said, no aches and pains. You don't want, listen guys, you don't want to give them the ball to run with it, because they will run with it, okay? If you've got a little, if you ate a candy bar or something the day before, and not red meat, mind you, but a candy bar, say the day before, and your big toe on your left foot or right foot is throbbing and hurting, there's pain in the joint, well, that's getting gouty. That's what that is gout, and it's not from red meat. They try to push that mindset. I don't know what these people have and what the far left has on red meat. It boggles old Steve-O's mind, because he's a carnivore. I don't get it, what's going on. And anyway, I said, doing pretty good. And he's looking through my sheet and he says, you're not on cholesterol medication. I said, no, you guys have got me on hypertension medication, and that's where we're right to here with it. Okay, that's enough of that. And I said, I was off hypertension medication for 2 years until I got the phony Fauci shot. Okay, the fake shot, I got that. And now my body's in inflammation because you put poison in my body. You guys, Big Pharma, Fauci did it. And so now here we sit today. We have a issue with inflammation in my body. He goes, you know, he didn't argue that, guys, at all with me. Did not argue a bit about that. Yeah, guys, they know there's problems with that shot, and nobody's being honest. No one's being honest. Some more lies the doctors told me, okay? So anyway, I see here you're not on cholesterol medication. He said, didn't I see you once before? I said, yeah. I said, the last time I was in, he had a new fellow that he's training, and I seen you the time before that. But so it's been a while. It's been, I don't know, 8 months since I seen you. And he said, well, why aren't you on cholesterol medication? I see your cholesterol numbers here in this last reading are way high. I said, I don't really, he said, what are you talking about, LDL? He said, yeah. I said, look at my HDL. I said, that's over 50. Yeah, well, look at your LDL. I said, I don't care if that goes to the friggin' moon. Where are you getting this information? I said, well, I listened to quite a few doctors, and I said, the ones that make sense to me are the ones that I follow. And he said, well, who would that be? Really cocky like, see? The little young whippersnapper who was getting a little cocky with old Steve-O. I said, oh, well, there's several. I said, there's Dr. Ken Berry, there's Anthony Chafee, there's Sean Baker, there's Sarah Salvador. You heard of any of those? No. What kind of doctors are they? I said, the same as you. They went to the same school you did, but the light bulb finally came on for them. What are you talking about? Proper human diet. Oh, he said, you're the guy. He said, I remember, you're the guy that's on a carnivore diet. And he started laughing. I said, is what Steve-O doing a comedy show, or what am I doing? Is this laughable? The proper human diet? He said, how do you come up with that proper human diet? I said, listen, carbs are killing everybody. Carbs are killing everybody. Guys, he started getting a real serious look on his face. He said, look, we're going to get in trouble here. You're going to have to start doing what we tell you. Why are you even here, he says. Why are you even here? I said, the reason I'm here is because I need to do blood work. I need to know myself where my blood markers are. Because you just go down the list and you see all these cajillion things. And I want to know where that's at, because I want to be in the goodie range. And if there's a problem there, we'll find out. I want to make sure that A1C is right too. Of course, if that goes bonkers, they can always say, well, we're going to put you on a little bit of metformin, and then we'll dial you in as a full-blown diabetic, and then the fun starts. You're just going to start losing body parts. We'll start chopping them off. You're going to have a major heart condition. And I told him, I said, listen, this cholesterol medication in Steve-O's world, this is Steve-O's world, see? This is called Steve-O's outdoor world, okay? In Steve-O's world, I told him, it's a scam. Oh boy, did I tweak his nipples, guys. You would not believe it, because he's been brainwashed. A lot of these doctors are coming around to the craziness, but they can't do a lot. They cannot go against big pharma training, or they will lose their license. And I told him that. I said, you can't go down the path I'm going, and you cannot preach the path I'm going down to your other patients, or you will lose your license. I would think. I don't know for sure, but I would think. Because I said the whole game and the whole scam is here to move lots of medication and to get every American citizen hooked on some sort of a drug, or a half a dozen or 15 drugs. Let's just run the tab up and let's make a lot of money. I said, just look at the Fauci, how much money he's made. And now he's giving me hypertension. And I said, I'm probably getting more hypertension right now just with this conversation. Now, we've had this conversation before, and everybody gets a little bit of brain fog when I come back in here, and we got to be retrained on Steve-O's way of living. So anyway, he's getting mad, guys. He's getting frustrated. You're going to have, where's your proof? Where's your proof? I said, listen, what kills people from what I've discovered, is not high cholesterol. It's high inflammation, and it's not going to clog arteries. The high cholesterol is not going to clog arteries. That's the sales pitch you guys have had, but that's not the problem. What the problem is, high carbs, sugar is clogging up arteries. Okay, you want to get carbs to about 0. Well, you have to have carbs. The body runs on sugar. And I said, doctor, listen to me closely. Look into my eyes. Sugar is a poison in this body. He's going, what the hell? Guys, it is so sad, the brainwash nonsense that Big Pharma has pushed on these poor. And I honestly, guys, feel sorry for the guy. I know what my doctor's trick was, is to put this patient, because he was running patients too. They're hopping around from room to room. I don't know, there's a dozen rooms in there. They're bouncing around. And he threw this guy on me just to show him what kind of people you're going to have to be dealing with as you enter into your own practice, right? So I started putting this guy into he was actually, guys, getting nervous, and I could see him shaking. I got this doctor actually shaking. And what was a real beauty, and he put the cuff on me, and I had him so upset, he put the cuff on backwards. It wouldn't even work. He had to take the cuff. He said, oh man, I got the cuff on backwards. I'll have to take it off. And he kind of chuckled to himself. I said, well, I hope I'm not getting you too upset here. He said, well, you are cranking me up. I said, it's all right. Settle down, bro. Just settle down, and we're going to get through this. You and I are going to get through this. This is going to be fine. This is just a fun learning experience, isn't it? So, after a while, starting to rain. After a while, he said, well, I don't know where to go with you. I said, well, I don't know where to go with you. I don't even know why you're in here. I said, well, the reason I'm in here, I wanted you guys to keep track of my blood work, to see how we're doing and this and that. I want you to keep on to my blood pressure here. Let's hopefully I can get this down, get this poison out of my system with my proper human diet, and we can get back off the hypertension medication. That's my goal in life, and keep going to the gym every day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Okay. This guy was pudgy too. Here's a guy, guys, telling me. Here's a guy, guys, telling me this, and he's overweight. He's obese. He looks to me like he needs metformin. I didn't get on his ass. I didn't comment on his weight. I didn't give him any information what I was feeling about his situation. I didn't say nothing, but he knows. He knows he's overweight. And I told him, carbs are very addictive. They're as bad as cocaine. I've never used cocaine. Ain't never gonna use cocaine, but it's addictive as that. And people are sick. You can't get any more people in the hospital. You got to wait a day or two to even find a bed if you do have an issue to get in there, because everybody's sick. They're fat. I said the whole reason Big Pharma wants everybody in USA fat and sick, so they can control them with all these laundry list of drugs that you guys have in your toolbox. But I'll tell you what, none of them tools in your toolbox are worth anything as far as I'm concerned. It's all a flipping scam joke. Oh, guys, did I get him upset? He said, I got to, I think he goes over here and he sits, there's another chair over here. I'm sitting up on that little table, they put the paper on, my ass is up on that. I'm up here, and there's a chair over here, and he goes over, I could see he was physically upset and shaking. What is what is wrong with truth today? Truth. We got a leader right now running this freaking circus that never gives us truth at all, lies to us every day, floods the friggin' USA with illegal, dangerous people, the majority of them, no accountability, doing treasonous things, this and that. And, but we got, it's just, we got to have to just thin out this nonsense and start grabbing the bull by the horns and taking care of ourselves. Eat the proper human diet and this and that. Anyway, back to him. He said, I got to go get the doctor. So he goes around the corner because he said, the doctor told him, he said, you take care of Stevie, check him in this. But he didn't even check my vitals. He didn't even put the stethoscope, guys. He was so upset he forgot about that. He said, you checked his leg, you listened to his heart, did you? And the guy goes, yeah, we done. He didn't do none of that, guys. Didn't do none. I had him so upset he forgot who was on first, who was on second, and whatever. So he goes and gets Doc. Doc comes in. He says, how's it going with Stevie? He says, we're fighting. What? And I said, I guess I'm upsetting your guy. Well, what are you fighting? What are you guys fighting about? He said he won't take his cholesterol medication. And he needs to go to a cardiologist. Because he asked me, how old are you? I said, 74. He looked at me like he couldn't believe it. And, because I look better than he did. And he couldn't be much more than 50. He was probably, I wasn't even 50. He's probably about 45 years old, this guy. Anyway, he says, well, he won't take his cholesterol medication. A doc says, I know all about Stevie. Yes, we've had this discussion. I said, yeah, you guys have had me sign paperwork saying that I refuse to take cholesterol medication. And he said, yeah, well, we have a problem here, the young guy. We have a problem here. The insurance company will get on our ass because they look at the paperwork. Now, get this, guys, get this. They look at the paperwork, all my blood work and this and that, and if my cholesterol is a set number here that some phony person put in there, then you need to be on medication. So here's their whole gimmick. I said, wait a minute, fellas. You're telling me that you're going to get reprimanded and a spanking because the insurance company is watching this and they say I need to be on cholesterol medication and you guys have to enforce that. Yeah. I said, so here's, in my mind, guys, this is a cesspool of corruption. That's what I told him, guys. And both the doctor and him looking at each other, knowing it's a cesspool of corruption. I said, so you're telling me you got insurance companies playing doctor? He goes, pretty much. I'm good. I said, good Lord, fellas. I mean, this ain't sounding right in Steve-O's world here. This does not sound good in Steve-O's world. But guys, let me tell you something. They're all doing it. This is the big scam. We got these other people telling doctors what to do because the insurance companies are all balled into one with big pharma, drug companies. They're all together in a back room making backroom deals, just like our great leader, making backroom deals, and they are not looking out for the American people. They all do this. I will uphold the Constitution, yada, yada, yada. I will protect the American people. And then when that's over with, then they do the exact opposite. Now, your primary care physician, when he's going through school, I will do no harm. As a physician, I will do no harm. Well, let me tell you guys something right now from old Steve. This is just from old Steve. I'm not a doctor. I don't pretend to be a doctor. Like I've told you in the many times, I'm a backwoods beekeeper, hunter, fisherman. But I have about this much common sense, and I still have 2 or 3 brain cells left rubbing together, and I don't think they're short-circuiting, okay? And uh, they are pulling off some harm, a big harm, because these medications all have harm. And he said, well, what kind of medications you on? Let's see here. Well, you're on hypertension medication. Yeah, doc, like I just told him. I was off of it for 2 years. You didn't even know about it. I was doing fine. I monitor my own pressure at the house. And then I got the Fauci shot. Now here we are today with inflammation. Isn't that beautiful, doc? Huh? And he's going, huh? Didn't argue a bit, guys. Did not argue a bit, because they know there's issues going on. Everybody's different. And then the guy says over here, don't you agree that every human being is different? I said, yeah, we're all different. Some people like Limburger cheese and mozzarella. I said, but I don't like either one. No. I like Swiss cheese myself. And they just looked at me and going, oh my Lord. So anyway, let's see where I was going here with that. So the bottom line is, he told the doctor, said, listen, he said, I want him to go, the guy or the young whippersnapper, I want him to go to a cardiologist. I want him to go to a cardiologist. And my main primary says, no, he's not resistant. Now, I didn't get into that. Maybe you guys can tell me what he was talking about. I didn't dive into that. I just figured less is more. I've tweaked so many nipples right now that, you know, somebody's gonna snap in this room. But I was kind of enjoying the conversation, to be honest with you, because I'm not gonna be BS'd and hauled down the road with any more of this drug therapy, because it's nonsense. You tune up your own life. You eat the proper human diet, and all these diseases will start disappearing and never come in. Why would you let somebody eat a standard American diet, which is loaded with problems, and then start treating them? Well, the only reason for that is so they can make a fortune, okay? We're not stupid anymore, guys. We've seen this administration, how stupid they pulled. We're not playing that game anymore, okay? We're going to put a new leader in this year. We know that, right? Right? Okay. So anyway, I really fired him up. That's probably all I need to say about it. Yeah, he said something about resistance. He's not resistant, and I really hurt this guy's feelings. I said, what am I going to do with a cardiologist? Are you going to ship me to a cardiologist? What's he going to do? Is he going to put me in a stress test? You know what the young whippersnapper said? No, he's going to sit you down and have the same conversation that you and I just had. So you can go ahead and piss him off. I said, I think that would be unnecessary. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's hard to believe, guys, what's going on, but here we are. So anyway, he gave me paperwork for script, go get more blood work, go get your fecal kit so you can see if you got blood in your butt, so they can, you know, they don't really push those, especially at my age, they don't push those colonoscopy things. They can kill you with that program. Puncture your colon and do something stupid there, right? With that deal. So I don't mind doing this fecal kit thing. It's no big deal. You send it in. If there's blood in there, I don't know if they find cancer cells in that fecal test or not. Maybe you guys can comment. But I think they're just looking for blood. And if they see blood, it's going to be a red flag. And they're going to have to go in maybe then and scope you and see what's up. But or they do another one, and if there's blood again, maybe they go from there, whatever. But yeah, it was quite interesting. I got him going. I didn't get my regular guy going so much, and because he knows me, he knows how I think. But they keep pushing it, guys. Be careful. I'm telling you, I'm Steve. I was here to tell you, be careful with these guys. They'll start hooking you up, and it's totally unnecessary. All of this shenanigans is totally unnecessary. Just like that's going on in our current administration. It's totally crazy what they're doing. It's treasonous what they are doing, okay? Yeah, I will uphold the Constitution. Yeah, okay, bro. Yeah. If you can't dazzle me with brilliance, baffle me with BS, okay? All right, guys, that's enough for today. I just had to jump in here and say howdy. Everything's going good in Steve-O's world. Got venison in the freezer. That's good. Life's good. And bit nippy today. I guess we're going to get in the 40s today. Yeah, a little chilly, no biggie, no frost, no freezes yet in Florida. So anyway, I'll see you guys soon. Be happy, be strong. We got to keep getting her on, and don't let them BS you. Let's vote accordingly. See you later. Bye-bye.